Hey guys, it's me, Mario, and today we're going to continue Trema, the Earth Lord. Chapter 10, The Riddle Solved. How y'all doing today? Hope you're doing well. And let's get this Beast Quest reading started. Tom stared at Velmel's compassion. On one hand, Freya carried the golden rope, and in the other, the sword that had struck Elena. The sun shone on her suit of armor. It looked just like the magic suit of armor that Tom and his father, Taladon, had both worn. Why had Freya helped them out of the cavern? Just to turn on them a moment later. Tom didn't understand. You, he blurted out. Wizard Eldaru and Teledon had both warned him not to fight with Freya, but he was so furious that he didn't care about their warning anymore. How dare you hurt Elena, he shouted. This is between you and me, Tom, Freya declared. No one else. Tom looked at Elena. His friend was lying on her side on the ground, not moving. Silver stood over her, his teeth drawn back in a snarl. Stay with her, boy, Tom ordered, scrambling to his feet. He slashed through the air with his sword. Freya dodged rapidly to one side, and the blade swung harmlessly past her. She smiled. Tom thought there was a hint of sadness in her face. Then she stepped forward into the fight, raising her glittering sword. Tom blocked the blow and felt the force of it shiver down his arm. At once, Freya leaped back and aimed another blow at him. Tom was only just able to catch it on his shield. A moment later, he had to jump over Freya's blade as she swept it around level with his knees. Here is Tom fighting Freya. I lost my spot. Scrambled to his feet. Tom blocked the blow and felt the force of it shiver down his arm. A moment later, he had to jump over Freya's blade as she swept it around level with his knees. Freya's a good fighter, he thought. Really good. But I must win this battle. Fury still surged through him. Freya had hurt Elena just at their moment of triumph when they had freed Trema and escaped from the cavern. He wanted to see her defeated, but Tom's injured hand was hurting badly, sending waves of pain up his arm. He was already tired from his struggle with Trema. His heart was pounding, and he could feel sweat coursing down his back as he hurled himself at Freya again and again. Freya didn't seem tired at all. She moved swiftly and neatly, pressing Tom back as her blade beat down on his shield. It was all he could do to defend himself. At last, Tom thought he saw a chance. He stepped forward, bringing his weapon around to catch Freya's sword arm. Freya hurled to one side. Her blade slid down Tom's own, and she twisted it, throwing Tom off balance. Tom stumbled and fell, laying helplessly on his back. Excuse me. The tip of her sword poised over his heart. Her eyes were narrowed as she gazed down at him. Tom gritted his teeth, waiting for the killing blow. Here is Freya over Tom. After they fought a battle. But Freya didn't move, looking up at her. Tom saw that in her moment of victory, her eyes were brimming with tears. Freya's hesitation was all Tom needed. Rowing away, he leaped to his feet, pushing Freya's blade aside with his own. It's not over yet. As Tom brought his blade back around, its edge caught Freya's wrist. A shallow wound opened up, and bright red drops of blood splattered to the ground. Dropping his sword, Freya cried out in pain as she grasped her injured wrist. Tom stepped back, lowering his sword. He had won fairly, and he would gain nothing by killing Freya. As he bent down to pick up Freya's sword, Tom felt a few drops of her blood fall into his damaged hand. At once the pain vanished. The swelling subsided, and the redness faded. Crab's claw marks closed up and shrank until they disappeared. Tom stared disbelievingly at his trembling fingers. Crab's poison had been cured. Tom's hand was healthy again. At the same moment, an angry cry from Wellmel echoed among the rocks. Tom spun around, but the dark wizard was nowhere to be seen. "Too bad, Wellmel," Tom shouted defiantly. "I've won, and my hand is healed." Tom turned back to look at Freya. She wouldn't meet his gaze and lowered her head to stare at the ground. "What does this mean?" Tom asked, but Freya didn't reply. The moan from the ground nearby made Tom turn around. Eleanor was staggering to her feet, and one hand rubbing the back of her head. "Eleanor, are you all right?" Tom asked anxiously. "I think so," Eleanor replied as she stumbled to Tom's side. Then she let out a gasp. "Tom, your hand, it's healed. How did it happen?" Tom shook his head, bewildered. He couldn't answer the question. The words of Wellmel's riddle swirled around in his mind. Here is Eleanor asking Tom the question of what happened to his hand. Ichor of kin. Kin ichor. Of kin. Of kin. Of kin? Kin? Kin means family, Tom thought. Red to red, a life from death. Tom turned back to Freya, willing her to look at him. After a long moment, she raised her face and met his eyes, gazing at her. Tom saw for the first time what he had missed. How could I have been such a fool for so long? "What is it?" Helena tugged Tom's arm urgently. "What's going on?" Tom raised his healed hand and pointed pointed it at Freya. She cured my poisoned hand, he said. Melmel's riddle was telling me that the blood of someone in my family would return me to life. In your family? Elena's voice was sharp with surprise. Tom's mind swirled with confusion and disbelief. His quest had just taken a whole new turn, and yet he had never been more sure of anything in his life. Elena, he said. Freya's my mother. And that was chapter 10 of Trema, the Earth Lord. Well, some revolutions were discovered here, and some interesting questions have been answered. Freya is Tom's mother. I was shocked too. I was shocked by that revelation as well when I first read it. It was a oh my goodness moment. It was crazy. This is my first time reading it, so my reaction isn't that big. Sorry about that. Gotta take a drink. Reading that again, though, really brings me a little joy. It's been a long time coming for you guys, I would assume, since I been away for a while. Then started uploading every Tuesday and Thursday. But yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the last chapter of Trema, the Earth Lord. The riddle solved. And I will hope you like, subscribe, and hit the bell if you guys are interested in more Beast Quest videos. And next we will be reading the prologue of Amictus, the Bug Queen. Well, hope you guys enjoyed. I already said that. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.